All right, I've seen the 5th episode of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. This one titled The Way Out. And before getting to see it, I'd heard all these claims that the show had taken a woke turn. And I was like, oh, well, should have expected it. It is the era we're in. And it's unfortunate because I was really liking the show and how it went. So, and this was supposed to be the episode for it. So I'm like, okay, let's see. What is it? What are they going to do? I guess the thing is that Kate is revealed to be a lesbian. That's it. That's just, that in and of itself is not woke. If she spends the rest of the series every 5 seconds reminding you she's gay, then I guess you got a point there. If they go on and on and on about how this is better than hetero relationships and stuff, that's not what I'm seeing here at all. Now, look, if she had been a character that's decades old and had been, a wife and mother to a man, or married to a man and had kids and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden magically she's gay and that kind of thing they do with long-standing characters, yes, that's a woke move and whatnot, of just suddenly rewriting everything and using it as a platform to lecture Western society and the patriarchy and what have you and all that stuff in the midst of your supposed sci-fi monster series. Then yes, but that's not what's happening here. I didn't see any evidence of that. The main point here is she's got this crippling, crushing guilt over this relationship because she was cheating on the woman with another woman. So, so she's a school teacher in San Francisco. So, hey, but nevertheless, she had this relationship with another teacher. And when the attack happened with Godzilla, which they'd already dealt with, she ended up being the chaperone for the kids on the school bus in an evacuation. And the school, the Golden Gate Bridge was attacked, and the bus, fell off the bridge. She was trying to get them out and lead them out, and she ended up being like, I think it was her and 1 or 2 kids or whatever, and the rest of them went, into the drink, and it was horrific and all that. But I'm also thinking this seems to insinuate, because of her guilt over this, is that the girlfriend that she was supposed to be loyal to probably didn't survive this attack. Because it reveals she was cheating, she was with this other woman, and all that, and so it stands to reason that this haunts her, and at the same time, the odd dynamic is that, well, it looks like father, like daughter. Because, she's mad at daddy for having cheated on mommy. She discovers this half-brother she didn't know about from this other marriage that her father had, and all that stuff and everything. And yet at the same time, we now know that she's been eaten alive because she's like, God, yeah, just like him. So there's these moments. They go into the ruins of the city, which San Francisco looks devastated, but not as bad as it actually looks today. Couldn't help it. So they go in there searching for their father's office to get clues as to where he may be. And they discover he might have gone to Africa. So they're going to look there next. But in the meantime, it's a restricted zone. There's soldiers patrolling it to make sure there's no looters and everything. And so they got to dodge them and all that. And a lot of kitty cats. But she starts having these panic attacks because she went through that attack, and it's bringing it back, but also compounded by the reality that she's deeply guilt-ridden over portraying her girlfriend. And so it's a good episode, actually. It plays into that, and it's just because she's a lesbian in and of itself, it's not enough to declare this is a woke turn for the purposes of woke propaganda and that sort of thing. And, to start lecturing us on the ugliness of Western civilization and the patriarchy and what, and what have you. But all of it fits in with the narratives in the story, and is this interesting, you know, I guess mirror sort of between her and her father and all that. So it all plays into it, of this jumbled mess that she's found herself in. Now, of course, she could have done the same thing. She could have had a husband, and she was cheating on him with a boyfriend, and then you would have gotten there too. But just having be a lesbian relationship instead, just not that big of a deal, really. And not enough to say, well, that's that. It's too bad. The show was pretty cool, and then now they've made this woke turn about it, and all it's going to be is, you know, a preachy show of leftist political lectures and all that. Yeah, not on this episode. That's not enough to reach that conclusion, in my opinion. So, and actually, I liked the episode. I thought it was pretty good. So, I'm sticking with it. So so anyway, yeah, it was 5 episodes. I haven't seen the 6th episode yet, so that'll be the one. You know, it'll burn it all down. I don't know, but it hadn't come out yet. So I'm guessing was the episode that certain people said, "Hey, I've heard it's turned woke." Well, I'm saying you heard wrong. At least based on this 5th episode, I'm not seeing that. So, there you are. The Way Out, it was referred to, the title thereof. So, I thought it was pretty good, and I still recommend the series. And I mean, good Lord, after going through all the Doctor Who specials, and you're going to call this Godzilla, our series, Monarch series, woke? Get out of here. You got to go. You got to do more work on that if you want to be declared woke. To catch up to Doctor Who. So anyway, that's my, you know, minuscule 10 cents on the subject, and sticking with the show so far, and we'll see what the next episode delivers when I get a chance to watch it.